Really with Michaela Sky, her world is a happier place now. It's always been, but now it's more easy for her in many, many ways. It's enhanced her quality of life, and it's always been her quality of life. Everything we carried out is for the best of her. I'm Christopher Rodriguez, my wife Wendy, and our princess Michaela Sky Rodriguez. We're from Sydney, Australia, and this is our second visit to Qingdao Hospital for stem cells. Our baby girl was born 16 weeks premature, the first surviving twin to undergo stem cells in 2009. Because of her diagnosis, she was diagnosed of having secondary dystonia. Dystonic meaning she had no control of her motor skills. She was very robotic, and every movement she did was a very big effort. So she becomes very like this, like a robot, and her legs will crisscross, which they call the scissors, yeah, and they'll stuck. We were just zooming in at stem cells. No one and nothing was going to stop us. As much as they said what they said and the fear they put in us, nothing was going to stop us. We didn't have a plan B. It was just this, okay? It was just this. And if this doesn't work well, okay, we don't know. But we try to avoid the road of medical surgery, everything else in between. We didn't want that. But nobody ever mentioned to us it was a cure. We were the ones who asked the question. We were aware it wasn't a cure, we were aware it was a treatment. Then we put two and two together. We'd rather have this than have her put a pump in her back. If it's going to help and avoid her having any other stuff, any other drug, well, that's the chance we've got to give her, and we haven't looked back. With regards to all the other bits and pieces to do with her treatment and stem cells, and the difference over here to difference back home, don't expect the hospitals to be here, what we have back home. You need to focus on why you're coming here. Yes, it is a modern hospital. Yes, it has everything we have back home, but the stand is different to back home. That's all. Now, after her first treatment of stem cells 2009, she walks. She actually walks. And we have footage of that. But for Christmas, when we received her new walker of Michaela walking in there. So that's why we're here for the second time. She's more relaxed, which I say, baby, are you being a rapper or a ballerina? Now she's a ballerina, okay? She can sit like a ballerina, she's relaxed. She has more control of her posture, she has more control of her limbs. The other thing is she eats well, she sleeps well, she eats everything besides bananas. She eats more textural food now. Before she used to have like puree stuff. So much so before we came here in 2009, we were told that she'd have to be fed through a feeding tube. No. She used to have like, it'll take her 2 hours to have one slice of toast, okay? Before she goes to school. Now she'll eat like there's no tomorrow. She eats like a normal child eats. Before stem cells, she was a Raggedy Ann doll. She had no control of her midline. She had no control of her trunk. She would just fall to the side, or she just, fall forward like a Raggedy Ann doll. But after stem cells 2009, she has a strong midline. She has a strong control of her trunk, movement from her waist down and from the waist up. But now we're hoping with this, she'll have more strength and more movement. Yeah. And that's the other thing. After stem cell, she has no problem with her bowels. And the other thing is she'll ask you to put her on the potty seat before she just poo-poo and pee now. Her pull-ups, her diapers, But now she doesn't do that. Our daughter was the one who said to Mom and me, I want to go back to China for stem cells because stem cells have helped me so much, meaning her joints don't lock and there's no pain, okay? No pain in her joints. The pain she gets underneath because she's growing, they're growing pains, and she knows that. There's a big difference. Prior to that, all her joints were locked. She'd be like this, constantly like this, right? And when she's relaxed is when she's sleeping or when she's tired. So yeah, she's the one who wanted to come back here. We didn't push it. We said, okay, what do you think? And people forget that kids with special needs, they have a mind of their own. Don't treat them like they don't exist because they do exist. We strongly feel we've seen a big difference now since stem cells here the second time. Little changes lead to big changes. This is what Wendy and I emphasize to families. Look for the little changes because you know your child better than anybody else. You live with your child, not the doctors or the specialists. In Michaela's case, like since she's been here after her second treatment of stem cells, she can have control with her head now, meaning she doesn't just do this or that. She can actually bring her head to the center, to the left. She's got to give it time. She's more loose on the neck now, yeah? And then with her hand, she can actually lift her hand up. She can point. She's still floppy, but at the same time, she's getting control of her hands. But in conjunction with that, with the help of the therapy she's been having here since we've been here, that's also played a big part too. My wife told the specialist when we got back home, we have done the hard work for you, meaning we funded this ourselves. Now you got to see the results. They were blown away because you know why? 6 months after stem cells, they took videos of Michaela chewing and eating for the university. They were amazed. When they came with the baby food, she said, I don't want that crap, give me some real food. And they interviewed mom and baby, took a video, to show the students, to show the doctors. What does that tell you? That's a big plus. Look, we don't know what she has in store for us, the next 12 months. Look what she's done, what our daughter's accomplished in such a short time after stem cells. That's a big thing for her. And for us, it's a big buzz because that's our child, that's our baby, look how far she's come.
Look at me. I can walk now. And can look at the Lord. And thank you. And good night.